This question is asking us at what value of x is there a vertical asymptote? So the question wants us to figure out where is x going to be undefined. In the previous question, we found another place where x would be undefined, but that was called a removable discontinuity because we could remove it. In order to find the vertical asymptote, we have to factor just like we did before. Luckily, this is the same function. And so I'm just going to rewrite out that that was x minus 5 on the top again. And here we factored this as x plus 3, x minus 5. Here I see that in both the numerator and the denominator, I see x minus 5, and that's how we know that we have a removable discontinuity. In the numerator, all we're left with is a 1 because we divided it out, and here we just have x plus 3. And then we would like to write down that x cannot equal 5 because that's our removable discontinuity. But where's our vertical asymptote? That's going to be the thing that we can't take out. We can't remove it. Nothing's going to be taken. All that's left here. We see in the denominator, I see there's an x plus 3. How is that going to be helpful? If you remember, we learned earlier in the year, we have some rules for fractions. The denominator, that was weird. The denominator cannot equal 0. And so let's figure out, well, where might it equal 0? You might be able to look at it and just tell, but x plus 3 cannot equal 0. So that means that x cannot equal, if we subtract 3 from both sides, subtract 3, we get x cannot equal negative 3. So that means that there's going to be a vertical asymptote at x equals negative 3. Let's see what that looks like on the actual graph. Here we see the graph, we saw this in the previous video, of this function. Now, I see that something's happening around here, in the negatives, maybe negative 3.5, 2.5, let's see. If we graph the line x equals negative 3, we'll see that our function gets super close to it, but it never touches that line. Both in the positive y direction and then in the negative y direction, it never touches negative 3. That is what we call a vertical asymptote. And so we see, by looking at our graph, we can check off the work here. Our answer is x equals negative 3 is our vertical asymptote.